Hey guys, Red Sea Reefer here with another update of the Red Sea Reefer 350. The dinos are still in the tank. I've seemed to slow it down a little bit. Compared to the last video, the dinos has slowed down. It's not as thick on the sand bed as it was before. And also on the rock work, it's not growing back on the rock work and on the corals as much. Now, a couple things that I've done to actually got it to this point is I did purchase a UV sterilizer. I got a Jabal 55 watt sterilizer. I know it's a cheap sterilizer. I just picked it up on Amazon. I figured let me just go big, being that it's a cheap sterilizer, just in case I had an issue with the one that was sized for this tank. So I just spent the extra $10 and just got the 55 watt. Since I've installed the sterilizer, it hasn't done that much as far as getting rid of the dinos or slowing it down. It helped a little bit, but not really. I've been doing, I think it's been a combination of a few things I've been doing. The UV sterilizer, along with dosing hydrogen peroxide, Brightwell Neophos for the phosphates, and also dosing nitrates. The nitrates I actually bought a powdered form, and I mix it myself. So that's the brand of the nitrates I have. One thing I could say that helped a lot in slowing it down was the hydrogen peroxide dosing. Since I've started dosing that, I noticed a big difference in the dinos starting to slow down and recede. Also, blowing off the rock work every single day has helped a lot too, to get the dinos in the water column so that the UV sterilizer could pick it up. If I had to recommend any don'ts while you're trying to get rid of dinos, I wouldn't even waste your time blacking out the tank, especially if you have corals. Don't even black out the tank. You'll stress your corals out more than trying to get rid of the dinos, because as soon as you put the lights back on, they're gonna come right back. I think the success of getting rid of dinos is you have to do a few more than one thing to counter it. The UV sterilizer, it's pretty much a combination of multiple things that you're doing to battle it. The dosing the hydrogen peroxide, getting your nutrients back up, the UV sterilizer. Another thing that I'm doing is bubble scrubbing at night to get more of the dinos in the water column. That's helped a lot. Blowing off the rock work every single night. Dinos is a lot of work if you want to get rid of it. That I could see why a lot of people actually get out the hobby, because it's if you don't have time to do that work and be on your tank every day and test every day for nutrients and check your nutrient levels and keep them elevated and blowing off the rock work and doing manual dosing, it becomes time consuming, and a lot of people just give up. Now with the hydrogen peroxide, I did follow what I see everybody follow, which is the 1 milliliter per 10 gallon. Dosing that twice a day. So in the morning when I wake up, I hand dose 1 milliliter per 10 gallon, and also at night before I go to bed. I notice a big difference, like I said before, dosing the hydrogen peroxide. Another thing I recommend is putting the phosphates and the nitrates on a doser. I wouldn't recommend manually dosing. The reason why, because if you're manually dosing, whatever the corals is consuming or the dinos is consuming, it's just gonna go back to zero. That was my experience. So I noticed the nutrient levels was more elevated once I put them on a doser. And also, don't be afraid to dose and overdose phosphates and nitrates if you're not getting a reading. I had to use a whole bottle of phosphates before actually was to got a consistent reading on phosphates. So don't be afraid to dose that stuff. With the hydrogen peroxide, I would take it easy in the beginning. If you even want to do half the dosage in the beginning, I would recommend doing that, and then slowly up the dosing as the tank gets used to the hydrogen peroxide. Another thing is, the blackouts. Like I said before, the blackouts, it stressed my corals out more than anything during the blackouts. So I just left the lights on, the regular scheduling, left the skimmer running, did not turn the skimmer off. So I just dosed more to just compensate for whatever the skimmer's taking out. And that's pretty much it. So we'll see how it goes in the next few days. I'll keep you guys posted. And yeah, that's it. Thanks guys for watching. Bye.